Hello, children. Welcome to St. Mary's Children's Liturgy. The message in today's Gospel is Jesus feeds the people. Let us first listen to the Gospel reading.
A reading from John chapter 6, verses 1 to 15. Jesus crossed the Sea of Galilee, and seeing that a large crowd had followed him along the shore, he turned to Philip and asked, "Where can we buy some bread to feed these people?" Philip answered, "Master, it would cost a fortune to give each person even a small piece of bread." Then a small boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish was brought to Jesus. "This is all the food we have," the disciples said. "Tell the people to sit down," Jesus said. And taking the bread and fish, he gave thanks to God. Then he gave the food out to as many as 5,000 people, and there was plenty for everyone. When they had finished eating, they filled 12 baskets with the scraps that were left. These people saw and believed that Jesus was indeed the Son of God.
Children, how much food do you think is needed to feed 5 people? You probably would say 5 packets of chicken rice, or perhaps 1 loaf of gardenia bread if you want to keep it a simple meal. How much food would be needed to feed 50 people? 10 times more, so 10 loaves of bread. To feed 500? 100 loaves. Imagine then what is needed to feed 5,000 people. Gosh, 1,000 loaves of bread! In the Gospel today, Jesus fed 5,000 people with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Not only that, after everyone had eaten, there were leftovers enough to fill 12 baskets. How did he do that? There is no way you or I could ever feed 5,000 people with just 5 loaves and 2 fish. Jesus performed a miracle. He did many miracles during his time. Remember how he turned water to wine at the wedding in Cana? He walked on the water of the Sea of Galilee, and he raised Lazarus from the dead. If Jesus was so powerful, why didn't he just make everyone full immediately? Why did he have to use the 5 loaves and 2 fish offered by the small boy? Firstly, Jesus knew what the crowd needed, which was both knowledge through his teaching and as well as physical needs like food. He wanted the people to witness the miracle and his provision so that we know we can always trust him to provide. Secondly, he used the small boy's 5 loaves and 2 fish because he wants to involve us when he provides for us. Involve us through whatever we can give, our talents, our time, our contributions. He shows us that even a small boy can help to contribute to the miracle. Even a small boy can help further God's kingdom. What is your 5 loaves and 2 fish? Don't underestimate what you can offer to help further God's kingdom. Remember, the small boy offered whatever he had, his 5 loaves and 2 fish. He could have thought that, nah, it is just 5 loaves and 2 fish, enough to only feed 5 people. Why don't I keep it to feed my family? But he gave it anyway to Jesus, even though it was all he had. And look what Jesus did with it. What is your 5 loaves and 2 fish? You may think, I don't have money. I don't have anything to give. But that is not true. You can give your time, your ideas, whatever you can contribute to further God's kingdom. Let me tell you what two little girls did. It all started with the rain. 7-year-old Caitlin and her 9-year-old sister Natalie saw workers drenched in the rain working hard at a construction site across their home. They felt pity for the workers and asked themselves, "What can I do to help?" Their mother asked, "Do you have money?" The sisters suggested, "Maybe we could bake some granola to raise some money for them." So Caitlin and Natalie took the next 2 days to brainstorm ideas and drew up plans for their first fundraiser. They called it Granola Goodness. Mummy then guided them along to help set up the raising of funds online. Their Granola Goodness campaign was launched just before Christmas 2020. Donors were offered delicious homemade granola with a minimum $20 donation. Their initial target was to raise $1,000, but the final amount far exceeded it. They managed to raise 3 times more, $3,000. This is a true story. It shows that you don't need to be rich or have a lot of things to give away to help others. In this case, the girls' desire, ideas, and time to help others were their 5 loaves and 2 fish. By doing so, they showed care and consideration for others, thereby furthering God's kingdom. What is your 5 loaves and 2 fish? It could be as simple as spending time with your grandparents, keeping them company, talking to them. It could be using your talent in music to sing in the children's choir in church. It could be your good math skills to help your friends with their math homework. Don't underestimate whatever you can offer to further God's kingdom. Offer your 5 loaves and 2 fish and leave it to Jesus to provide the rest.